Hi, kids. You should be looking in this magazine, Investigator Magazine, on page um, one is the title page, Designing Driverless Cars. In the future, cars might be able to drive themselves. And I'll be reading from page 2, 3, and 4. Follow along in your magazine as I read. When you drive in a car, an adult drives, but what if the car could drive itself? The adult could do other things like work, rest, or play with you. Maybe the car could travel faster than cars today. Maybe driverless cars could travel closer together and cities would need less road space. Many organizations are working to design driverless cars. These organizations include technology companies and car manufacturers. They have different ideas about how to develop driverless technology, but they are all racing to see who can develop this technology first. The design. What do you think are the most important features of a car? The brakes stop the car, the steering wheel keeps the car traveling in the right direction, the gas pedal makes the car go faster, the radio plays music and makes the ride more fun. When engineers design driverless cars, they think about which features of the car are important too. Engineers think about how to make driverless cars safe. Driverless cars need a navigation system to tell them where to go. They need sensors to tell them the locations of other objects. Driverless cars need to be able to steer away from those objects. Driverless cars need to be able to adjust their speed in order for a driverless car to avoid a collision. It needs to compute how much distance it needs to stop based on how fast it is traveling. The caption on that page 2, says, driverless cars need sensors to tell them the locations of other objects. I'm reading at the top of page 3 now. Some driverless car designs incorporate automatic features with features that the driver operates. These cars can monitor the driver's eye movement and alert the driver by vibrating the seat if the driver has stopped paying attention to the road. Engineers think about how to make driverless cars comfortable too. They consider the needs of the people who might use driverless cars. Someone commuting to work might have different needs than an elderly person going to the grocery store. A family with kids might have different needs too. What would make a driverless car comfortable for you? I'm reading the chart called Potential Timeline of Driverless Cars on page 3. 2016, some cars have automatic braking. 2017 to 2019, navigation technology will increase. 2020 to 2024, driverless cars will be better able to navigate traffic. 2025 to 2030, manufacturers will stop making vehicles without driverless features. 2045, most cars on the road will have driverless features. The diagram on page 3, called Features of Driverless Cars. On the left side, it says GPS, Global Positioning System, rear camera, position estimator, and distance sensors. On the right side, it says LiDAR, light detection and ranging, and video camera. Moving to page 4 at the top, where it says robotics engineers. Robotics engineers who design driverless cars need to know a lot about math and science. They need to know how energy powers cars. They need to know about forces of motion. They need to know how speed and distance are related so that they can make sure the cars are safe. They use math skills to learn how much space the car needs to stop. They also learn how quickly the car can reach a certain speed. Testing driverless cars. Robotics engineers also need to know how to test driverless cars. They solve problems if the cars do not work correctly. They have a person in the car who can take control. They test driverless trucks for shipping too. A person drives a truck and several driverless trucks follow behind. Some engineers think that they should add only a few driverless features to cars at one time. They think people need to transition from driving to driverless cars slowly. Other engineers think that it is safer to make cars that are completely driverless. They think that if a car is only partly driverless, people will not pay attention when they need to. Which do you think is safer? Be a robotics engineer. Describe what features help driverless cars stay safe. 2. Make a poster that shows how you can design a driverless car. Then write a paragraph explaining how your car is different than cars today. The captions say that driverless trucks could be used for shipping. This shows the interior design of a driverless car.